Hey YouTube, today I wanted to talk about my Ruger GP100 Match Champion, and this is definitely one of my all-time favorite revolvers. So let's go over the specs on this guy. It is a 6-shot revolver, and it has a slab side barrel, and it's a half lug. And it does come with some really nice Hogue wood stipple grips. The weight on this guy is going to come right at 38 ounces. It is all stainless steel. The sights are fixed Novak sights, as you can see, and there is a fiber optic front sight. I really like the Novak sight right here. I had the option of getting the adjustable sights, but you know, I just really prefer shooting with the Novak style sights. I prefer it on my 1911s and handguns. Now, for those people living in California, you just have 1 day left to purchase this guy before it falls off of the roster. Not going to be around for the year 2016, which is really unfortunate because it is a great 357 Magnum. Let me show you what I got going on here. Right now, I currently have it loaded up with these little snap caps, and it's a safe way to dry fire your revolver. And let me show you this amazing double action trigger pull. Watch that again. Okay. Now for the single action. Oh my god, look how smooth that break is. And there's a reset. Gotta let it all the way out. There it is right there. Okay. Alright, single action. Man, that thing is smooth. Just a really great revolver. This model has 3 locking points for a tight lockup on the cylinder. Just a really excellent 357 Magnum. This one right here, I would say it's arguably my most favorite 357 I've ever owned. I've had several models in the past. Different Rugers, some Black Hawks and Super Hawks, and they're great, but you know, to me the GP100 just fits my hand a little better, and I really like the really crisp single action pull. I don't know what the weight is, but it's comparable to my other revolvers that break around 3 pounds. So if I had to take a guess, I would say the single action is probably 3.5 pounds. It's just, I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot to light this thing off, and it is super accurate. This is just a really excellent option, and MSRP is going to come in right around $1,000. Sometimes you can find it for a little bit less. I got this one, I want to say, probably about something like 8 something. That said, I think it's a really excellent revolver. Now, some folks may have some questions about, okay, why a 357 Magnum? And so, for example, this Federal JSP, it is, according to the Ballistics 101 chart, approximately 539 foot-pounds of muzzle energy is what you're going to get out of this round right here. And it's traveling at 1,400 feet per second. So, really a high velocity projectile, and I mean, that is a lot of foot-pounds. So for comparison, this is my 9mm carry ammo, and this is 115 grain jacketed hollow point, and these guys travel around 383 foot-pounds, and I'm sorry, the muzzle energy is 383 foot-pounds, and it's going to be traveling at 1,225 feet per second. Sometimes I'll carry the 147 grain 9mm, and those are going to have about 320 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle, and then be traveling at 990 feet per second. So 9mm is a very fast round, and with these guys averaging anywhere from 1,200 to 1,000 feet per second, depending on how dense your bullet is. It's a pretty big difference. So, I mean, I'll tell you what, the 357 is definitely man stopper, and my wife and I are actually considering moving to Texas, so if I do, this will definitely be my open carry gun, because I mean, this is just a sweet revolver, and if you can't get the job done with 6 rounds of 357 Magnum, you're going to be in trouble. I also have some speed loaders for some of my other revolvers, and I find them to be pretty handy. I mean, it's not going to be nearly as fast as loading another magazine into a semi-automatic, but with practice you can get pretty good at it. Now, some of the things that I like about this revolver over some of my Smith & Wessons is I like that this has the cylinder releases right here. It's a little easier to actuate than the Smiths, and so it's definitely a favorite feature of mine. When it comes to the Ruger revolvers, they're just, I mean, really tough, and just really a joy to shoot. I mean, I haven't put a lot of rounds through this one yet, but my other Rugers I have shot a lot, and I never had any problems with durability. So I'll keep you guys posted on how this one does. But so far so good, and this currently is my all-time favorite, and just when it comes to fit and finish, it's just top-notch. I mean, these guys did a great job. I mean, comparatively speaking, I compared it side by side to Smith & Wesson. It was a 6.86, and you know what? This thing blew it out of the water. It really did. In fact, I was actually going to purchase the 6.86, and then I saw this Ruger, and it totally changed my mind. I was like, wow, I get these amazing custom hoe grips, and these are real wood right here, and this is custom stippling. I mean, it just feels so fantastic in the hand. I really like hoe grips as well, and I've had those in my past Ruger revolvers, but man, this one just really takes the cake. So I'm looking at replacing all my grips with these Hogue wooden ones, because they're just that excellent. Some other features, like I said, I really love the Novak sights. I mean, that's my favorite sight picture. A little hard to capture on camera, but hopefully you guys can see that. And it's just all around an excellent revolver. This one also has a target crown right there in the barrel, and it is a slab side barrel. Just been super accurate. And so here's the difference between 357 and 9mm. I mean, that is a lot more powder that's going to be in this case compared to this little guy right here. So either one will get the job done, but I mean, 357 Magnum is definitely the ultimate man stopper. And I have shot a lot of 44 Magnums, and I think this is a happy medium. I enjoy shooting 357 Magnum, and I also, when I'm plinking at the range, typically I will fire 38 Special through it, just because it's more economical. And the 38 Special is very comparative to the 9mm as far as ballistics are concerned. And if you guys want to check out some more facts on ballistics, my favorite go-to website is ballistics101.com, and I've been using that resource for years now, and it's just excellent. I mean, you got all these, you don't have to recreate the wheel. It's nice that a lot of folks have put a lot of time and energy in figuring all that stuff for you. Now, as far as practical differences between these two self-defense rounds, well, it really comes down to personal preference. Generally, you can carry a lot more 9mm than you can 357 Magnum. So that's one big difference is going to be capacity always. But you know what? I'm a fan of revolvers. I love shooting them, and it's been that way since I was a little kid. So you can be really effective with 6 shots. Like one of my friends says, he's like, it's not like he's carrying to a John Wick movie. I mean, you don't need 30 rounds of ammo for self-defense. 6 is definitely good enough to get the job done. So I'll tell you what, for things that go bump in the night, this right here is an excellent option. And I mean, you just take a look at it and it definitely means business. So I'm a big fan of all the Rugers. I think they make an excellent product, and the revolvers are definitely top notch and extremely durable. So I've never had any reliability issues with any of my Rugers. My dad and I, we've owned several 44 Magnums, different makes and models, and also a lot of 357. So like I said, my preference is going to be the 357. Just because you have a lot of versatility. And the 44, it's a little bit overkill. It's harder to get those follow-up shots. So I think, my humble opinion, the better option for a self-defense round is going to be 357, because you can fire those follow-up shots quite a bit quicker, realistically, than you can with the 44 Magnum. So at least that's been my experience. Now, if I get a really sweet 44 Magnum that is on par with this, I'll let you guys know. I'm always looking for new weapons. But anyways, I appreciate you guys visiting my page on YouTube. If you guys have any questions, just write them down in the comments. Alright, thank you so much. Have a great day.